Hi. I guess I'm recording. Okay, here we go. Some of you probably saw the video I posted up last night, my test video for YouTube. Um, it was up for a few hours and I took it down because it served its purpose. I just was trying to make sure I knew how to do this. This is what? This is me setting up a YouTube channel so that not for to be monetized or anything like that. I'm not stupid. I don't think I'm going to get rich on YouTube. This is for us to stay in touch with you guys and show you guys what's going on with us while we're in Mexico for a couple months. Um, just to kind of, keep our friends and family in the loop for anybody who wants to be in the loop. Um, and so I'm probably going to be recording these daily. Um, and if not daily, every other day, just to kind of let people know what we're doing, where we're going, the things we see. If we see anything exciting or anything like that that we want to share, we'll post it up and all of that. And we'll probably be posting some pictures and some of the videos too of things we see um, and things we do, just to show everybody what we're talking about. There's been a lot of concern, and I can't say I blame anyone. If I hadn't spent much time in Mexico or any, and someone in my family, somebody that was a close friend of mine, somebody I love, told me, hey, we're going to go spend some months in Mexico, I would probably be going, what? Right? But it's because I don't, if it was the only thing I knew about Mexico was what I saw on the news, what I read about in the paper here in the States, I would be scared for whomever I loved that was going there. Uh, Mexico, the Mexico we know is different, and we want to show people that. We want to allay some fears and help people understand why we're so attracted to Mexico. We honeymooned there. That was our first trip, for both of us. Neither of us had ever been there before. We honeymooned on Cozumel, which is Mexico, but it's a Mexico. Um, it's mostly set up as a cruise ship stop, and it's got all inclusive resorts and things like that, which is what we did for our honeymoon. But we found ourselves spending more time out away from the tourist areas, back where the locals are, and things like that on our honeymoon than we did in the resort. And so we stopped using resorts after that because it's just extra money for nothing for us. For some people, they're great. If you're one of those people that loves to be at the resort and doesn't want to have to worry about where are we going to eat tonight and all that, um, resorts are for you. The all inclusive is for you. It's not for us. We When we go to Mexico, we want to be among the locals. We want to be eating what the locals eat and seeing what the locals see. And we want to be enjoying ourselves the way we see the locals enjoy themselves. Um, we want to be experiencing Mexico, not Mexico. Um, and so after that, we would find little boutique hotels that were out of the way back where the locals live, and that's where we'd stay. Um, but even then, being there a week, 2 weeks at a time, things like that, um, we know we're not getting the feel for it. We know we're not, because when you're like that, even among the locals, they kind of treat you differently, like, because they know that there's a good chance if you're in their store, you're going to be spending money with them. You're going to be, you know, doing things that are going to be helpful to them. And so they'll kind of show deference to you. And we want a more authentic version of Mexico. Um, and so that's what this is about. Our apartment, we've got an apartment, is uh it's in Playa del Carmen. It's all the way across the main highway and back in the residential areas where people live, people that work there and raise their families there where they live. And that's where we want to be. Um, there's a local animal shelter nearby where, if we want to, we can go walk dogs and things like that. And we can, take part in the community. Mexico has the community feel that America had when we were kids. Um, when you get away from the tourist areas and get around into the local stuff, there's a feeling of community support, of community closeness, where you don't worry that, oh, what am I going to do if this happens or if that happens? You can tell by the way they act and the way they treat each other and the way they talk with each other that they've got each other's backs. They know that they are what they have, and so they hold each other dear. And we remember when it used to be that way here, and we long for that, and so we want to spend some time with that. um, and so we'll be gone from January 4th until March 4th, and then we'll be back, and we will be spending time at that point, just mulling around this and that, what we liked about that area, what we didn't like about that area long term. And then the next time we go down will probably be in November of 2025. And we'll be going to Merida and Progreso, the Merida Progreso area, which is in the state of Yucatan. It's not in Quintana Roo like the Mayan Riviera. The state of Yucatan is on the Gulf Coast of the Yucatan Peninsula. Um, and it's where Chicxulub is, the Chicxulub crater right there on the shore. Chicxulub's right there with Progreso, and so we're going to be spending a lot of time there. We'll probably go down, like I said, in November and be back in March, if not April, next time. But this time we're just going to do 2 months, just because we've been to Playa del Carmen for weeks at a time before. And so we're gonna, while we're down there this time, I'm hoping Darren, I think he will, gonna take some Spanish lessons. I know poquito español. I don't know a lot. I can halfway, very poorly, attempt to carry on a conversation with a waiter at our local Mexican restaurant, but he does more coaching me than he does listening to me. So, but I really want to learn. Um, and so I want to take lessons, Spanish as a second language while I'm down there. Um, just starters. It's just going to be a couple months down there. But I also want to, get to know some of the locals, some of the expats down there, because there are a lot of expats in Quintana Roo and the Mayan Riviera area. A whole lot of expats. Not as much in the Merida area, just because it's not a tourist area. And a lot of your expats want Amera Mexico, whereas we tend to lean more toward authentic, at least at this point. After spending some time in Merida next year, we might decide we want Amera Mexico too. Or who knows, we might decide we don't want Mexico. Um, it's an adventure for us, and we're looking forward to it. And so we're going to be posting these videos to share with you guys, and feel free to comment on any of them. I will respond to every comment, make fun of us, because we're goofy, stupid people, and we're dumb Americans in another country. We're those people. I'll try not to be a Karen in Mexico, although my hair kind of gives me away. But yeah, that's what's in the cards for us, and I'm excited about retirement, and we're excited about our future, and it's so nice to have that to look forward to. When I was down visiting Donnie recently, he said something to me that kind of made me feel good. He said, you always have something to look forward to. Talking about me, he said you plan for the future and you always know what's going on next, and you're always looking forward to something, and I thought about it, and he's kind of right. We tend to, and even when I was single, I did. I always tried to keep something planned. I'm either going to Dad's house next month, or well, I'm taking a week off work, or next month we have this huge 2 week training at Lake of the Ozarks that I have to be there at the resort for 2 weeks for a supervisory training and management training, that sort of thing. And so yeah, I just feel like a lot of people feel like they have nothing to look forward to. I just feel like it's up to us to make sure we have something to look forward to. Anything that is worth looking forward to is worth planning, is worth thinking about and putting together for yourself, and setting that date and buying those tickets, saving up money if you have to and buy those tickets, and save up money and get that Airbnb, and with every dollar you spend toward it, that feeling of anticipation grows and excitement grows, and it's nice having something to look forward to, always having something to look forward to. I think if I ever get to the point where I don't have any, or as long as I'm able to plan something, I'll have something to look forward to. When I get to the point that I'm no longer able to plan something to look forward to, I don't know what's left. What's left? Just living in the now, and I guess I'll be doing that then. But as for now, I'm living in the future. So I love all of you guys. And if you want to keep seeing videos I post up, hit subscribe. If you want to be notified when those videos are posted up, hit the little bell. Um, or just hang around Facebook. I'll post stuff there. I'll link them. You know me. All about the YouTube links. So wish us luck.